Everyone, welcome. Yes, another video here from the Tokyo Real Estate Man. And you can notice today you will see that famous, I don't know what famous, but maybe notorious orange hat is back. I still have it. And today's video, thank you for watching. I might add that I'm on my 7th day here with no coffee. Oh my God, still alive, still alive. Okay, and today's video here, this is in the Shon. This is the Shonan coastline or Shonan Kaigan, and centered around the city here of there. It's a really long sort of coastal area, but I just really love it. My wife really doesn't like it so much, and I like it much more than she does. I better turn my my low tech mic around here the right way. And as I said, like I worked in the Japanese wedding business for about 20 years, and I've done a lot, maybe as much as 20 or 30 weddings here in Chigasaki over the years. It's a very, and just when you're doing what happens in the wedding business in the mornings, you usually do a wedding around 10:30, and then you got about 5 hours to kill until your next wedding comes about 3 o'clock. And so I just would go out and check out a lot of places. I do the wedding here in the morning, and then I'd have 5 hours to burn, so I'd just be wandering around the town and check it out. And this is a very beautiful town here. It's got, and that was my first sort of experience with Chigasaki. And then I'm better move here, and I'm not going to forget to share my tab. And it's sort of like really at least beach culture really strong in Japan. We did the video the other day in Ibaraki. It's going to come out soon with the Love Hotel from Hell. But this is really one of the like really heartbeats of sort of Japanese sort of beach culture, and you can see it here in the pictures. You see crossing with skateboarding and music and just beach photos. And again, Fuji is near here, so you can just see here in the pictures as well that it's really just a really cool place. And what happens is it's reflected in the real estate prices because that's a really nice picture right there because it's such a popular place for people who live in this. It's just a popular place to live, and it's a popular place to visit. There's a popular place, for example, to have a wedding like that. So the real estate there has a lot of pressure on it, particularly as you get here close to the shoreline. And it really, we'll have a look here at the broad market sample I've cracked up. And I'm not going to forget to share my tab, which I haven't. And you can see that like on here on at home, that when it gets orange and red, that's when the prices go up. Okay, you see more red around this sort of area here, and you'll see up here as you get away here from the coast and away from the beach life a little bit, uh, you get more into the blue kind of stuff like that. So I've sort of cracked up three little listings for us to look at. One of them is here, which was sort of the best deal. The best deal along the shoreline was right there, and then one was over here, which was basically a tear down uh, piece of garbage right there. We'll look at that. And we looked at, there's one right here in Kita, Chigasaki, which was a really good sample and a really cute sample. And just by looking at those three things, we can look at the market a little bit. Anyway, there's so much things to consider about here that I know, like for the most part, people talk about all the cheap homes and everything like that. And that's definitely an aspect here in the Japanese marketplace. But also, like for a Japanese family who work in the Japanese economy, right? They wanna they wanna live where they want to live, and they want to live like comfortably. And for them, they don't always have to go to the IKEA if they don't have to. They want one of these if they can. They want one of these red ones or one of these orange ones. And for example, that area right there, the cluster right there, you can see it's very popular for a reason, probably because people want to be there. Okay. Anyway, we'll crack over here to the first, which was the one maybe from hell. And it is, this one is for Isen Nihyakuman, and it's going to be just bare bones. I looked at these pictures already, and it's basically terrible. But having said that, maybe I say terrible because I'm lucky enough that I don't have to. Uh, there was a point in time when I was a younger man where this would have not been terrible. It would have been like opportunity. So it really is both. And given the backdrop of the North American, or the really world financialized real estate markets, and Tokyo right now is over financialized uh, real estate market as well. So yeah, I understand how this is like an alternative. You can just see this is probably built in the 60s, just by these walls, these sort of brick walls that were built in the 1960s. Yeah, you can see already. Oh my God. Just yeah, it's just a really plain house, but it's really right near the beach. So and just look at it, and it's right there. You can see right there that these sort of hot water systems. I always talk about it. That just this is basically a tear down in some ways, but it could be actually in a place where you can't tear it down. So what we call Saiken Dikinai, or you can't rebuild, but you can rebuild from the inside. But this looks to be asbestos paint right here on the wall. So it just could be at the point where it's just really not worth doing. Have a look at the location here, and was its proximity to the beach and relative to value seemed to be pretty good. So that's not too far. Let's see if there's any supermarkets near there. There is one there. Looks that would be about, I'm guessing, maybe 20 minutes away. Proximity to the beach is good. Train stations here. I don't know which is the nearest train station here, but it wouldn't be too far for a train station. Looks like there's one right there too. And I'm not sure this listing has any parking. We'll get down to some of the details in the listing itself. It's not on rented land. It is ownership. Uh, we have a sewer, we have water coming in, we have propane gas. Again, propane gas is a tank delivery system in Japan. Though most of still a lot of the country is still on propane gas. If you're lucky enough to be hooked into what's known as Toshi gas or like city gas, that's a little bit better. Okay, there says it has like flooring throughout that. That's one of the pluses. 1970. I'm still same year. Oh, that's actually my birthday. January 1970. I was born the same time as this house. Ownership, one floor, which is known as Hiraya. Okay, and yeah, you can just tell the whole sort of age of buildings were just basically this shoddy materials. And it's funny, over the 20 years later, like the immensity, the improvement that comes in the late 1980s and the early 1990s in the terms of the building materials, it's just amazing. Okay, let's get away from this one. We see that this is the very bottom sample of the market as you get into the higher area near the coast. Okay, and we'll look at another sample here. And I think this one here is one that's a way, I'll not forget to share my tab. This one I was very impressed with, and it's at a pretty good price. But again, you're getting away from the coast. This is in what's known as Kita, Chigasaki. This is East End, 890 man. Okay. And one thing I really liked about this house, I thought the design, and they just refurbished it in March of this year, and I think it's really cute. Like you see this blue here, and they put a red door here, and you'll see the interior design is done really really well. Kitchen, yeah, it's really neat. The one minus is that this place has no parking, and it's in an area uh, where people are basically more car system. Once you get away from Tokyo, remember that Tokyo, the system, the transportation, certainly there's good transportation systems here in Chigasaki, but the convenience of the car is really the king. However, I'm going to point to one other thing here that's a really good, interesting thing when you talk about Shonan and the car. Oh, you see what I mean? How cute this house is. You got a Lanikai blue bathroom with yellow, mixing colors. This is a really intelligent way to like, or very for me, very fulfilling way of like interior design. And this is like done kind of on the cheap. This isn't like totally too expensive. It's like going more cute ways. You see the AstroTurf. Oh, Astrodome, Houston Oilers. Okay, that's yeah, that's an old NFL song, everyone. This is sort of like a raised thing getting people out here to the balcony outside here. And you see some junk in the closet here and a closed off balcony right there. And I guess that's the view looking at the other house. You see that there's a lot of demand in the area because there is a new build right there. Another new build right beside it. So that tells you that this land is viable because this is a really popular area to be in. This is really nice, really nicely done. Okay, let's crack down here to the location so you see it. And oh yeah, the reason I talked about this, and I'll try to touch on it at the very end of the video. What happens? The traffic patterns in Chigasaki or here Shonan is really complicated because there's a location of the house right there, which is away from the beach. We see it's away from the beach up here. And the one thing I want to talk about in terms of these traffic patterns, what happens in Tokyo on Sundays, on nice days, on Sundays and Saturdays, or even Fridays, a wave of people from Tokyo come here to Chigasaki, right? And they try to come down here to the beach with their cars, right? And what ends up happening is that you end up getting this huge traffic jam that gets you stuck in here as you wait for all these Tokyo people who want to go to the beach for the day. And then at the end of the day, they try to get out together. So there's actually a traffic jam going out. So there could be an interesting argument that this could actually be more convenient than this one down here. Okay. And that in that you could get an e-bike and access the beach and not have to deal with the traffic when it gets horrendous here on certain days in Chigasaki. Anyways, I'm getting low. I can keep talking. Get that mic on the Tokyo Real Estate Man when he wears that orange hat, and he can talk. Um, all the systems in the house here are working. Everything in the house here is working. Again, propane gas, though, it's not Toshi gas, and electrical, everything's working in the house. It's just refurbished, I guess. It's a 3 bedroom, 3 LDK, 3DK, I guess, and which is a dining kitchen with 3 bedrooms, 64 meters, so it's a little smaller, 68-meter lot. But again, that's why Japan does not have a housing crisis because we use land very efficiently, and it's indicated like in this house, just like in the 1978 December. Unfortunately, I'm older than this house. Yes, Tokyo really said, man, orange hat, good. Unfortunately, he's old. Okay, there we go. I'm feeling very strong though. There we go. That's another look at that house. Uh, but again, this is not a bad sample in the market, I would think, because there was new builds right beside it. That as long as you took care of this one, you definitely have a U-turn ability to it. Whether I was attracted to this house just by its interior design, and I think it's just the way in which they did the design to me was very very impressive with the use of colors and stuff like that. And I was just a fan of it. And we'll end on that picture right there. And then the final sample in the market, and I will not forget to share my tab, is this one, which is located right down here by the beach. Now, when we looked at most of the options right here, as we get near the beach, most of the stuff is orange and red and orange and red. This was dark blue. Okay. Now, maybe for people on who are following this channel, this might be a little much. This is 3,980 man or 4,000 mon. You won't send mon, you say 4,000 mon. Don't forget, mon means 4 zeros. So 4,000 and add 4 zeros. So this one is called Yonsen mon or 4,000 mon. Okay, this one, again, right by the beach. Unfortunately, we don't have any interior pictures for this one. Uh, but we can glean a few things from these pictures. Just a 3 bedroom with LD. Maybe this would probably be a 3 LDK, I'm guessing. We'll go through the pictures. There it is right there. You see a car parking spot, which is the key. Don't forget that Japanese families with economic ability or economic gravitas, that's an old word, gravitas, okay, machismo, okay, they want a car and they need a place to park their car because they want to come home and just park their car after their day out. Or they go shopping, they just want to go home and park their car. They don't want the stress of having to bring it to. This is, of course, the very famous Chigasaki Sea by the beach. And you can see the realtors are pushing how close this one is to the beach. And it is indeed close. Look at the next picture. This one is about 2 blocks away from the beach. So the location is great. Very beautiful entrance, well taken care of house. なんかこれは可愛いの玄関。私の奥さん好きかな? Maybe even my wife gonna like it. Oh, she's pretty. 厳しいの奥さんだけど. Okay, look here. There's another thing. See this car right here? This is a pretty sharp car. Okay, so this is who the people who like a sharp car and can. That's who want these kind of houses like this. So this is actually the best deal. Okay, in the best. This is, believe it or not, even at 4,000 mon is the best deal in the expensive area. My theory of being the rat in the rich man's neighborhood. Okay, and this is the rat. This is the rat house, which isn't a rat house at all. It's good, but don't forget when you go up market and you get something like this, you get options. Okay, so you could live in Japan for 5 years. You take care of your house. You're going to be able to sell it. Okay, that's the way to go. You want options. You're an older person. You buy something like this. Okay, you have kids like I do, right? You have a succession strategy, okay? Because you can pass on something to them that's worth, like has worth, or value. 日本語で言われる価値. That's the word for worth in Japanese, 価値. Okay, we'll go here to the final pictures. You see, very kind of cute. This is exactly what you'd expect. And we'll end here on the beach picture. Okay. Anyways, it's another pleasure to bring you a cool video here by the Tokyo Real Estate Man. Maybe we could look at some price stuff just briefly. The top sample or the cheapest sample in the market was 1,200 mon. So 1,200, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you see 79,000 US dollars for that sort of piece of garbage. And then we had the other one for 189. Okay, that was going to be 125,000 US dollars to be in North Chigasaki. Okay, and then finally here, when we stick the 3 in front of that there, to get you down by the beach, it was actually not that bad a deal to me in a lot of ways. To be down by the beach in a great neighborhood in a great Japanese city for 259,000 US dollars, to me is a screaming deal in some ways. It's interesting, by the way, the yen is strengthening this month. I don't know if that speaks opportunity or not. Oh, I didn't share my tab. I didn't share my tab with you, everyone. I'm sorry. I forgot to share my tab. Forgive me. This is the looking at, just briefly looking at the price calculations. And the last one here is 259,000. And other things we could look at, perhaps, don't forget there's financing options. If you're the most qualified person, you have a good job in Japan, you could get a variable loan, but the variable loan is for when you're going into the high hundred thousands. Okay, like when you're going. Oh, look at this! I did not know this. Look at this. The interest rate went up on the. This is brand new. Both these. This interest rate was 1.85. Now it's gone to 1.98. So Japanese interest rates in Japan are going up right now. So this is a good time to lock in to. This is a total surprise what I'm looking at. And this one too, the 10-year fix went up. Not too much, point 0.1% it went up. But interest rates in Japan are on the rise. Let's have a look here at the 35 flat and see if the 35 flat rates went up right here. And 35 flat rates, have they gone up? Is it telling us anything here? I have to go to the top of the page. I'm sorry, everybody. And how much we got here? Oh, the 35 flat rates have indeed gone up. One hundredth of a percentage point. Okay, the mega banks have put the interest rates up. So it's interesting. The interest rates are going slowly up in Japan right now. That's interesting. I don't know what to make of it totally. Certainly the 35 flat, yeah, they've gone up in it's almost like a microdose. Like that. Anyways, another video. I'm sorry I missed that thing on the price. I forgot to share my screen there on the little price thing. If you're interested in real estate in Japan, you can always come to my website, the Tokyo Real Estate Man website. I'm not sure this contact box is working very well. So what I've done is you can always just leave an email here at the top. Anyway, another real estate video here from the Tokyo Real Estate Man. Today, donning that orange hat, feeling very orange hat good. いつもそのチャンネルを見てるのに皆様ありがとうございます. Thank you for watching and ありがとうね.